Hi, this is Jamon of Kaladi Motorsports, and this is Tech Tuesday on this nice cold spring morning in Ohio. In this video, we're focusing mostly on turbo cars. Reason being is because they're the easiest to buy and be completely wrong, completely right, or somewhere in between and still function just fine. This, for an example, is a pretty much stock PT Cruiser GT, which basically comes with the SRT4 engine, barring that there's no battery here. And I'm in the process of actually fixing this car. This one is stock, so you can pretty much guarantee if you're buying a car like this, if you know what's wrong with it and you're going to fix it, it's easier to modify or fix than buying something that's already modified. You know, this car has a stock turbo, everything else is pretty much stock. The coils, the only thing that's been upgraded, and the exhaust. When buying a second-hand performance car or modified car, know kind of the history on it. A build sheet is preferred just because it gives you and potentially your tuner more knowledge on what's been done to the car or whatever else. Kind of an example, if you pop the hood of a car, you see what looks like dirt or coolant splotches everywhere. That's kind of an indication that something may have happened at one point in time. That may not be a complete indication, but it's a good warning to something going on. This car, I actually happen to know, has been rebuilt because I actually purchased it from the customer that I rebuilt the engine for. It already has upgraded seals and so on, so if I want to turbo it, I could do that with ease without having to worry about problems later on down the road. That's a good idea, just to always have a build list or a build sheet with details of what's been done to the car. Far too often people will actually buy a car thinking that it's actually properly built, just to turn out that it's not even remotely close to what somebody had said. I hate to say it, but in the modified car community, not everybody is as honest as we would like to think they are. So, a lot of turbo cars people will buy, especially if they're a backyard build, they may be decently put together. They may actually have name brand parts and so on. But a big indicator or a red flag is if you pop the hood of this turbo car and it has couplers that look like this, kind of a Home Depot, Lowe's style plumbing coupler. This isn't designed for boost. It's not reinforced or anything. If you pop the hood and you see a bunch of silicone couplers such as this, where they actually have reinforced points, you know, where they actually reinforce it with nylon or whatever else, it is much stronger and designed to handle boost or any kind of pressure that the car may experience while driving around. When buying a used modified car, a big red flag is you buy a car and they're like, it just needs tuned, or it has this problem, so I can't really start it right now. It's typically an indicator that there is something either much worse going on with the car, or if they say the car has been tuned, but the tune has somehow changed now and it needs retuned, that's not even close to being right. Tunes don't change barring somebody doesn't go in the program and modify it themselves. If the car or the seller is saying that it needs tuned, I would step back with caution because most likely there's something wrong with the engine. In conclusion, when you're buying a used performance car, always be wary of potential prices or if the car doesn't really operate at the time of purchase. The biggest thing with that is if somebody blames it on the tune, that's not how performance cars work. That's not how any car works. You know, from the factory, you can't blame the tune if the car starts to not work. It's something mechanical or something like a sensor or whatever else has failed on it. You always want to make sure that the car actually does start and run. You want to make sure it actually does drive and live up to what it says. A better option is actually take it to a performance shop or somebody that's well knowledge in this kind of car to actually check it over. Just because you gotta take a lot of these performance cars with a grain of salt. I'm not trying to say anything bad about the car community, but unfortunately there are people that will try to pull the wool over your eyes, especially if they're just trying to offload the car onto you or get money really quick. But overall, that's about it. Thanks for watching.